Hi Kirby fans, so what I'm going to be doing today is checking out, I did a pick up and unboxing a couple of months back and I'm going to be using it. So what we'll do is get straight to it. Hi Kirby fans, welcome back to the channel. Again, those who are new to the channel, if you're getting value out of this content, then contemplate slapping that subscribe button absolutely free, ding that bell for notifications so you don't miss any upcoming episodes, give us a big thumbs up and comment down below. I will reply to the comment, and if you like what you comment, I'll pin it to the video. So what we're going to be doing today is checking out a tool I used, or should I say a tool I unboxed way back, and I finally decided to actually get around to using it. So I'm going to show you the uses you can actually do with it, and I have bought something to go with it. So I will put any links in the description, everything I use today. So what we'll do is we'll jump into it and check out what I'm using. All right, so as you can see, it's not the G6 that's in the background. Obviously that's going to be getting posted out to the winner. I'm not sure at the point of recording this video whether that's been drawn. I'm assuming this video will get aired around that weekend when that draw goes up, and we'll be seeing who actually wins it. So good luck. It's here waiting for you, ready to be shipped out the door. So I'm going to quickly show you what I'm going to be using today. A lot of my original subscribers and continual subscribers will remember a couple of months back, about 6 months back, I did an unboxing of the Handi Butler for the Sentria. Now, this was the last version, as far as I know, of what Kirby released of the Handi Butler, which is a bit of a shame because it is a really good tool and there's a lot of things you can do with it. And basically what it is a Dremel. So what I did yesterday was I went out and bought a Dremel kit to actually go with it, so I've got some more uses to do with that Kirby Handi Butler. Now, if you haven't got a Handi Butler, I recommend you get one. Obviously, the older versions are better. You can actually do grinding and sanding, but you can do that as well with these. That's just on a much smaller scale using the Dremel Attachments. And the Dremel Attachments do fit, and there will be links in the description to where I got them from and all the different sets you can get to use with your Kirby Handi Butler. So what we'll do is quickly zoom in and quickly show you what you can actually do. So what we'll do is we'll get straight to it. Right, so what you got with this, obviously I've done an unboxing already, but you've got the extension hose, which is just like a Dremel, works the same way. Obviously this connects to your Kirby, and I will show you how to connect it all up and we'll get it working. I've had to try and find some rusty things to actually clean up with it. But then you had this attachment here. This went straight onto the Handi Butler, and the Handi Butler stayed on your Kirby, so it'd be more stable as opposed to doing it hands-free if you want it, as opposed to doing it with your hand and engraving and stuff like that. If you wanted to literally grind stuff, you can actually have this as a little grinder on your Kirby, which we'll be doing in a minute. So you've got that attachment there, that attachment there. Then you've got your Handi Butler. Again, like I said, I think it was just up until the Sentria that actually did this. I don't know when they actually started it, so comment down below if you know when this actually came out, or whether it just came out with the Sentria and actually finished on the Sentria. So that was your Handi Butler. And then in the bottom here, I'm not too sure what that bit's for. I don't know if that's to stop your Kirby rolling or something like that. I'm absolutely not sure at all what that's for. So again, comment down below, because it doesn't come with instructions. You've got some safety glasses as well, so that's quite cool. And then you've got a few Dremel attachments in here. So you've got like a buffing brush, little buffing brush there. You've got, oops, put that back in there. You got this attachment here for getting rid of rust and that, and just grinding stuff off, any rust or any dirt or anything like that. And then you got these buffing wheels. So you've got attachment here with a little screw, and then obviously you put these pads on. And then if you wanted the other buffers, which are these ones here, which if I can tip one out, yep, so you had like a pencil attachment there, and then you'd have this bit here that actually screwed into that, like so. Whoops, so I'll just put that down for a sec. So that would literally screw in there, like so, and then you could buff stuff up that way as well, polish stuff up. So it's really good for intricate things like that. Like I said, I mean, Dremel are American anyway, so I'm assuming Dremel must have made this attachment for Kirby, and obviously Kirby patented it, or obviously Kirby put their name on it. But I think they must be in cahoots with Dremel to have this system working, because it is a really good system. Now, just because you purely get those bits doesn't mean that you can't go any further, because like I said, it is like a Dremel. That's your spanner and your Allen key. and we'll just put that to one side. So what I did was I went out and bought an actual Dremel kit. And again, I'll put in the link in the description below where to actually get this from. There's various kits you can buy, but I mean, you can use it on the Kirby with all these attachments, all these little saw blades, the lot. There's everything. There's little buffing wheels. Again, you've got the little sandpaper and the little rubber attachments that you can actually use in your Dremel, and I'll demonstrate those as well. We'll jump over to the Kirby and I'll quickly show you how to set your Handi Butler up with your Kirby, and we'll do a bit of grinding. Right, so for this feature we're going to be using the Sentria 2, and the reason I use the Sentria 2 is as of the Sentria 1 and the Sentria 2 and onwards, the actual intake changed. So if you haven't got one of these intakes, you can't actually connect your Handi Butler to your machine. So if you're going to buy a Handi Butler, you're going to need the later intake, which comes with the Sentria 1, Sentria 2 up to the Avalir. So what I'll do is just quickly zoom in and I'll show you how you convert it. Right, so what we're going to do is lift our hood or our light. Obviously wind your belt off. Mine's already wound off anyway. And then you're going to need your intake. And like I said, you need this connection to connect your Handi Butler to it. You probably could use the hose, but I think it'd be less powerful because you've got that much airflow from here compared to the end of the hose. So that slots on there. Now you've got two options. You can either put your Handi Butler straight on there like so, and that just pushes on, and then like I said, you've got this attachment here which just screws onto there. So you just have to make sure that centralized pin actually goes in, and then tighten that up like so. Now your attachments actually go in the end here, so you're going to need your spanner and your attachment. So what we're going to do is we're going to use that attachment there, so you just loosen that off. Now, like I said, any Dremel bit will fit, and then you're going to tighten that up. So we just tighten it with our fingers first. And then what you've got, in fact, I probably should have done this first, in the bottom of here is an actual hole that you put to stop this turning. So I'll just quickly zoom in and show you. Right, so what you get is you get a little like Allen key, just a rod, and that actually goes in there. So what you do is you push that in there, just to make sure that that doesn't turn. If it's not locating, then obviously it's not in line. So you've just got to keep twisting this until that hole appears, and then that locks in, and that locks in place. Then all you're going to do is just tighten that with a spanner to stop the attachment coming out. And that is it. All right, then you've got in the center here, you've got that little pin, and you're just going to line that up with that. So what I do is sort of wiggle it until I know it's in situ, and you know it's on, and then just tighten it up. And that is that. So just move this out of the way, and I'll just put a bit of paper down, and then what we're going to do is just going to clean up something that's rusty from that G6 that I actually cleaned up, surprisingly. Right, so as you can see, we've got the floor tools and they're a bit corroded. This one I'm going to do by hand, so I'll be using this fitment in the actual freehand connection. For now, we're just going to clean this part up here. So as you can see, the rest of the tools with that G6 was well corroded. Okay, so now that's not as bad. I mean, I could probably clean it up a little bit more. Obviously keep your hands away. I nearly caught my hand on there, but just keep your hands away, and you've got safety glasses, so just make sure you wear them when you're actually using this. I mean, you can see all the rust that's come off, so you can see how easy it is to use and the attachments you can use. So the Kirby's disconnected anyway, it's turned off. So if we want to change that tool, I'll just quickly demonstrate that the Dremel kits actually work. all you're going to do is find that little hole where it is. Oh, it's in the side there. Okay, and then we just undo this and we can change that attachment. And then out that comes. So just put that to one side. And then your Dremel attachments, depending what you want to use, we'll go for this at the moment. So if you wanted to put a little disc in there, you could, little cutting disc. And I will put a link in the description below of where you can actually get these from. But they actually work exactly the same. So you can see on the end of here, that just pulls back like so, and then that will lock in. Now it's a little bit awkward, so what you can do is you can put that in there first, and then we'll lock that off. So we find our pin, just turn that till it stops. There we go, that's in. Tighten that up by hand. Actually, you don't need to tighten that with a spanner, that's fine. And then that pulls back like so. Then you get your little disc, line it up, drop it on, turn it 90 degrees, and then that is pretty awesome. There's your little grinding wheel or cutting wheel to actually cut and grind whatever you want. I mean, there's loads of things. You've got buffing, little buffing wheels in the whole set. We've got sanding attachments here and a little rubber attachment that they go on. So as you can see in the set, there's plenty of products you can actually use, and they just quickly slot on there. So let's take that off, then we just pull that back, twist that till it comes out, and then that comes off. Put that back in there for now. Again, like I said, I will put a link in the description of where to actually get these from. So just undo that, and out it pops. Put it back in there, and then put our cover on, and we'll just drop that back in our Dremel set. Like so. So what we're going to do now is just set this up with the actual wire attachment. So this comes off, like so. And again, it's all a twist fit. So again, you're just going to line that centre bit up. So give it a wiggle until it tightens, just to make sure it's in line. And then that should just twist on there. Like so. And then our attachment, we're going to use this wheel here because we're going to clean this up. So we're just going to pop that in there. So just slacken that off. Pop that in there like so. Again, you've got a little slot in this one where this goes. So put that in there. That won't turn. Tighten that by hand and then tighten it up with your spanner. Okay, so I'll quickly zoom in, and what we'll do is we'll get this piece cleaned up. So smooth it. Right, so again, keep your hands away. Make sure you get your safety glasses on. Obviously keep this away from your Kirby. You've got plenty of movement on this as well, so you can engrave stuff and everything like that, and we're just going to clean this up. Now what we'll do is just change that, make it a bit easier, just to show you with a sanding attachment at the Dremel Kit. Right, so again, we're just going to take this out, and we're going to put a sanding attachment in. So unscrew that, and out that pops. So that can go back in our little Kirby attachment. Now for this, we're going to need this section. So what you're getting here, let's just unclip that, and you're going to get this rubber section here, like so. Now, instead of grabbing one out of there, because I'm quite pedantic, we'll just take one out of here, and that literally pushes on over there, like so. And then you've got your little sanding wheel. So what we'll do is we'll attack that with this. So we're going to put that in. Again, grab our bar, put that in there, twist, then tighten her up, and then that should push on and be ready to sand that up. So that. So then obviously when you're finished, we'll just put all this to one side. So I'll just put this back in the set. But you can see all that rust has actually come off. And obviously it's not as good as new, but it's done a job. And then we just put this back in our set, like so. And then put our cover on. And put that back in there, like so. Right, so I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope it was really informative, just showing you all the benefits that you can get with a Kirby. Obviously you're not going to get a Handi Butler that you can plug into a Dyson, so you can see the benefits. Your Kirby isn't just a vacuum, it's not just a home cleaning system, it's got an abundance of uses. Right, so as always, I've put links in the description of everything I've used in this video, so make sure you check those out. Like I said, there's plenty of sets you can actually buy, and they are the Dremel sets, and they will work in your Handi Butler if you've got one. If you haven't, it's worth investing in. A really good tool. I haven't used it. I've literally just started using it. It's been sat in the box for months. I just thought, oh, I've got something rusty. Instead of trying to do it by hand or with sandpaper, which I've struggled in the past, then I just use my little Handi Butler. So again, those who are new to the channel, if you're getting value out of this content, then contemplate showing support by slapping that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. Ding that bell for notifications so you don't miss any upcoming episodes. Give us a big thumbs up and comment down below. I will reply to the comment, and if I like what you comment, I'll pin it to the video. Right, so I'm assuming by now, as this video airs, that draw of that G6 has been done. If it hasn't, then it's obviously coming up soon. There will be another Kirby up for grabs, as I've said in previous video. I'm not saying when that's going to be. Obviously, I've got to fund it as well. So again, there's going to be another Kirby going up. I'm not saying which one it is. So just make sure you keep subscribed and make sure you check out for notifications of upcoming videos. There's going to be more competitions as well. There's going to be little competitions on this channel. I've just got to decide how I'm going to do those. So again, if you're getting value out of the content, then show your support by slapping that subscribe button, dinging that bell for notifications, give us a big thumbs up, and comment down below. I will reply to the comment, and if you like what you comment, I'll pin it to the video. So what we'll do is we'll cut to any bloopers, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'll pin it to the video. And any parts and Kirby, any parts or any products of Kirby that you actually need. So what we'll do is we'll jump over onto the Kirby, and I'll just show you how to set this Dremel up.